What's up, y'all? This Rose Black. This is gonna be a dream story time on how I woke up on a whole nother planet. No, basically I had cruised to another planet. Okay, let's start it like this. So basically a group of people were chosen to be cruising towards another planet. We all got on this ship, and once we got on this ship, obviously we went outer space. But once we went outer space, it wasn't outer space. We were still here. We didn't leave. It was almost as if we were still here on this planet. But we seen the ice walls. But there were multiple ice walls. It looked like multiples, like ice wall land, ice wall land, ice wall land, ice wall land. Kind of like that. Okay? It's kind of like this. It seemed like every planet was literally a planet, like a plantation, like a plane. Like it was all flat. Not necessarily flat, but like what you see here. You get what I'm saying? Wasn't nothing outer space. It wasn't on no globe. Everything was on a plane. Literally surrounded by ice walls. Look up the Terra Infinita map on YouTube or on Google actually. That's exactly what it looked like. That's what I seen. I seen one that really stood out to me. It was like an ice wall that was with a snowy world, and it was with like an all brown natural world. It was like a whole nother, you know what I'm saying, world. But that's what stood out to me, and that's where the cruise actually went. You know what I'm saying? So we went there, you feel me? Once we went there, we chose to go to the brown natural planet. Okay, so we went to the brown natural planet, and this is where things got weird. Okay, so once we got there, the way that everything looked was beautiful. I ain't gonna lie, it was amazing. Like, it looked like everything was made of wood, trees, gold, stone, clay, and dust. There was no, you know what I'm saying? It didn't look anything like here. It looked like everything was natural, but in such a sophisticated way. You get what I'm saying? So basically, actually, a great example of how the buildings look, they look similar to Aztec buildings and like Mecca buildings or like tree houses, you know, stuff like that. That's what it looked like. Once we actually landed, and after seeing all of this, there was a guy that was waiting on us that was huge. He was like, I don't know how tall he was, but all I know is I could be like 7 yards back, 70 yards back. I still didn't see that man's face. He was wearing all white, and he was a dark-skinned man. Dark-skinned black man. That's what it looked like. So it was a dark-skinned giant man who owned a golden ship. He owned a golden spaceship. And he used this ship to actually go around their continent or go around their world. You get what I'm saying? To travel. Keep in mind, the outer space that y'all think it is, it wasn't that outer space. Everything was here within multiple different ice walls. Still, you travel like that. Never actually leaving like what they say, like what NASA and them say. Anyway, he was showing us around. The more I seen, the more crazier it got. It seemed like everybody was similar. It was a bunch of dark-skinned black people that were giant, huge. I seen most of their faces. They look like us. You know what I'm saying? That guy specifically, I didn't see his face. But everybody else, I seen their face. They look like us. They look similar to us. They look like us. And they had braids, haircuts, afros. With their haircuts, though, they didn't have fades. They only had, like, lineups and stuff like that. They looked like they didn't really they have, like, a bad... It's like really groomed, non-ether hair, basically. So, the funny part about it is, I think the smallest people I seen there were no smaller than, like, 9 foot or 8 foot. No smaller. And the smallest people I actually seen were the white people. But this is the thing about it. It seemed like in this world, the white people were, how would I say, they were of a lower status in this planet. It seemed like the darker people were of the higher status. They were of royalty. They had more riches there. And it was weird. The white people that were there, they looked like ghetto white people. It didn't look like us. It looked like they had leather jackets and bikes. Like I think they drove red trucks. They look like white people, but they still had that kind of style. They didn't have our style that we have here, as the ghetto people there. And anyway, I remember actually hooping with them, with the white people. Bigger than everybody else, and it's surreal. They really actually had unbelievable athleticism there. It was crazy. They had unbelievable athleticism. And I ain't gonna lie, they smacked us. They whooped our behinds in basketball. I think they like zipped us. They were doing some crazy NBA Jam dunks. If y'all ever seen NBA Jam or I think it's called street basketball or something like that, they were doing dunks like that. Like, it was crazy. But anyway, skipping ahead, I remember landing in this place that was almost like a workspace for some individuals. It was a full closed off clay building, and then there was a walkway that was right here that looked like an igloo almost. But if you walk into this igloo walkway, you can turn right. So I'm looking at it from looking in front of you. There's a regular building, and then there's another spot closed off with the igloo. When I came here, this was the random part. I don't remember if somebody dropped me off here or if I just wandered here or falling. I don't remember. I just remember randomly getting here. And once that happened, I remember seeing two guys, both black and both wearing black. The thing about it is, though, one of them literally looked exactly like my stepfather. Exactly like him. He seen me. He seen that I was like lost. He asked me if I was hurt. Came over there and I said, "You look just like. Who are you?" I didn't want to ask him if that was him because I knew that couldn't have been him. He said his name was Emotep. That's funny. That's my brother's name. But I had some gut feeling that wasn't my actual brother, though. I think that was the Emotep who created the pyramids. The black scientist who invented the pyramids. I have a gut feeling that was him. Because on this planet, keep in mind, on this planet, people do not age. It seemed like everybody that was there, all after they hit like mid-30s, the age where your mind is fully developed. After that, it's like, that's a cap. That's it. You don't age after that. I ain't see nobody with gray hairs. I didn't see nobody with no wrinkles, none of that. Everybody had pure glowing skin. Did not age. They stopped around the 30-year-old age. That's what it looked like. Man, that's crazy. Tell me what y'all think in the comments. Have you ever had any dreams like this? I honestly believe I went to a planet Nibiru or something like that, or it looked like they were Anunnaki, because I know Anunnaki are described as dark-skinned, tall, black people. But tell me what y'all think in the comments, or if y'all have ever had a dream like that. And tell me if y'all want to hear about any other dreams. And I'm out.